Hey everybody, and welcome back to Age of Bison. Coming at you here with the Game 3 of the Play All 3 series between General Spades and kindacat. Both these players already played two of their series, I believe the first one out of synced. And we are coming here on the map of Dakota, a classic. And you've got Spain and Japan, two very different civs with two very different players. So very curious how this goes. And I'm joined here again today by the ever-present and ever-helpful man, McCleves. McCleves, how's it going?
Doing fine. I'm not that ever helpful as you would just think based on this, but yeah, interesting matchup. I like the. Maybe I can give my thoughts already. I would feel that Spain has the advantage in this one, just based on tempo. But I'm a little bit out of touch, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, we all know Japan is your favorite civ, so I'm sure you'll be cheering for them tremendously.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
No, in all seriousness, this is a very different matchup now. Japan was very weak to this until they, supposedly, quote unquote, discovered, right? And I use that word kind of sarcastically because Age of Empires 3 players are famous, in my opinion, for discounting a card or discounting a build and then discovering it after 10 years of ignoring it and then crying it's OP. So Japan now can often 12-20. Looks like we will not be seeing that. This looks like a pretty classic opening from Japan with the consulate, which is a very low tempo build. So this is going to be a greedy Japan, a classic Japan. Knowing spades, he's opening up with the trading post. I'm guessing he's going to 12-10, aka overpop with the Ville shipment, not build any houses, and just go straight into age 3 as fast as he can.
Yeah, it looks like it. He's stacking food and not training any builds, so... Yeah, there we go, 12-10.
I wonder what he is doing.
0.
But that being said, this is a classic deck. I really like how he has the 8 sheep too. That does give him a little bit of viability for either logistician builds or even, an age 4 industrial build. Spain is a super flexible civ. I think this deck gives him quite a bit of options, like seeing it, and a lot of rods too. Although rods, not the best infantry into Japan, but you need something with the Nagis. As for kindacat, Zen. Okay.
Is he going for Sohei? Is that a thing? Is that diet? Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Interesting deck here. He does have all the essential age 2 cards. He's got, Native Warrior Attack. Get kind of big fan. Como Trade, I don't know what to say about that one. And no Ville shipments in age 3. This looks very age 2 focused.
Actually.
And I think they just buffed this, by the way. Sumptuary Law.
They did. That's right.
It's still like it's a weaker Fatorius, and Fatorius is already kind of a questionable card. So, that being said, Japan, I'm gonna guess they're gonna go. Okay. Spanish consulate.
Spanish consulate. Okay.
This has been explored more, but you get the trickle, the XP trickle. Almost the equivalent of a TP, which is nice, but I mean, you paid 300 wood per consulate to get like a TP. I don't know if that's the best call, but we'll see. We'll let kind of cook. Again, last game, they had a pretty crazy deck, and it worked. So, every build looks bad till it works, right?
Yeah, isn't there something else you can get from the Spanish consulate?
There's a few techs, and there are some pretty solid shipments.
But there's an XP tech, and then...
Trade
Is it gold trickle maybe? I don't know.
I think the Dutch one's the gold trickle. And Tory Gates. Okay, so this person's going.
Dutch one is a deck though.
Yeah,
that's an XP build. There it is.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. This one increases the XP. It also, of course, gives you a military building, and Trade Empire will allow them to take the TP line. Very greedy build. Right. But one that I think can snowball effectively. And I'm curious too, because there are people every level building this consulate now.
Oh, this is a very, very tempo focused build with the TPs, with the Spanish consulate XP, with the Tory Gate. The one question is, how is he like Yeah, he'll have tempo, but he won't get up to 3 anytime fast. How's he gonna deal with the Spanish folks?
I don't know, and also they're not building villages.
Spain already gone out. 8. That's interesting.
Okay.
Why did he select Spain in the first place then?
I don't know. Kind of, if you're in the comments, let us know, because again, I do respect that you're always willing to try new stuff, and I'm curious why start Spain and then switch so quickly. I mean, it seems like it was just be losing influence.
Yeah. Because it does cost 100 influence to switch.
As for Spades is a very efficient build. You know, he's used the Piroshiki a long time. It's an old classic. And just Spain in general is, I think, one of the best civs for General Spades. And so far, looking at his macro, it's clean. I mean, this is a very clean build. He's going to get this coin. Might be idled a tiny bit to go up to age 3 because of some of the herding, right? Probably needed to get out in the field a pinch earlier, but it's not going to be a huge loss.
Yeah, and the tower placement is good too.
Good job there. Yep, Royal Decree.
Although kind of did spot it.
Yeah, and now because it's up, you know, again, part of the new 1220 is you can use the Tory gates to actually sometimes siege these things down if they're not doing a 1220. Stop.
Stop.
Yeah, 5 minutes, not a single military building other than the free one. Okay, now which did they send 5? Okay, they at least have this. Okay, 5 shrine wagons. Yeah, oh yeah. The pathing of these wagons is infuriating.
Wait, but don't put a shrine wagon there. Wait, what's this?
What are you? What?
There are no animals here. These aren't torps.
Kinda. What are you doing?
Kinda.
I know you can hear me through time and space. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well.
Wait, he's sending the tower?
Did they think it was Sweden? And now send.
Wait. Oh, he cancelled it. Okay. There we go. Send
the card. But their trickles are going to be terrible.
He's got
are they going to suck
on the ground?
Maybe what they're hoping is that this will like
Yeah.
slowly suck in the herd over time. But that's still a lot of idle. Oh, we killed the dog. You monster. Rip.
This would be a good thumbnail picture. No, don't lie.
And you know, I gotta be honest. Okay, now shipping the 3 samurai. Yep, Spades is aging up. They almost have, you know. I haven't paid as much attention to Spades because I feel like the Piroshiki is such a classic build.
Yeah, everyone knows how it works now.
Kinda going all in on TPs, I guess.
Easy. Okay. Better shrine placement here. 3 samurai Yumi coming out.
But they don't have stagecoach, so like I don't know. This feels like really greedy. Now last time greed worked. But Spain is a different monster than Sweden, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like Spain just finishes it.
Alright, 4 Huss from the age up. The scout about to be clicking the church. Yup. Royal Halberdiers. Now, if you thought the Piroshiki was good enough, they recently upgraded them to be, instead of just halbs, they are, I forget if they're speedy or not, but yeah, I think they're slightly faster and they heal halberdiers that promote. Nope, okay, they're not faster, but they do promote.
Yeah, there was something else about them though.
Swag, too.
HP, maybe? I don't know. No, I feel like that.
Oh. Yeah. And I think it's about to be right-click time.
There we go. It is.
A little bit delayed on the Piroshiki.
See what Japan is going to do.
But it's hitting. Yeah, still at a good time, right around 8 minutes. Yeah. What is Japan going to do into this? Yeah, 2 Yumi Bud is not going to cut it.
Yeah, especially with those assaults.
Okay, going for the towers. Oh, switched over to port consulate. Yeah, and see, look, it did it. It oh, I know why they built the shrines there. It's for the tech that gives the buffalo.
Right, that's it. That's an interesting idea, actually. I kind of like it, but there wasn't enough, you know, time to do this. But
No, I think not. The siege of these royal
But
halberdiers.
it does explain it.
You know, and once they start dying, Spades can start, you know, making units again. He's got lancers, 2 shipments of lancers. Yeah, 12 pikes too. Nice. Yeah, this is a siege build, and I really get the feeling that while kindacat was trying to cook something up, which was kind of interesting, just too much ingredients, not enough time. Yeah, sorry, but these villas are not. Ooh, the samurai flank though. Nope, Spades is on top of it today.
Yeah, he's trying to get the cannons with his villains. But it's a big sacrifice there.
Yeah, it is.
He gets 1, gets 2, yes. But, man...
Yeah, lancers.
I guess Spain doesn't really have much eco behind it, but they do have the XP, so...
And I mean, there's nothing now to ship for Japan. Japan has...
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of just throwing in the towel.
GG calls it...
Yeah,
FF2
FF2 strong. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was trying something and it...
Kind of greedy.
Kind of greedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of experimental as well.
I think so. I think this build was... I like... Okay, there was a lot of cool moving parts. I'm going to try to break this down to the best of my ability. And I think this is a classic case, like I said, too many ingredients, right? Like, just, you know, if you're making a soup, you can throw in like some meat, some vegetables, maybe you want to thicken up the broth, but you don't just like throw a cheesecake into that thing suddenly, right? Like,
yeah.
There was a lot of really cool ideas that, like, using the buffalo tech from, I believe it's, yep, from the, is this Cheyenne? Yep, settlement to get safe shrines. Really good use of that, especially on a map like this where like hunts can like to go into the corners or be really hard and difficult to defend. So I think that was a good idea. The Zen Diet card, honestly, I don't think is a good card. I'll just be a hater. You know, sending a card to make your villagers 10% cheaper when you only build 75 as Japan is probably not the most optimal use. The castle can be good, but I did like the use of Trading Empire, but again, you never got Stagecoach with it, so you have all this XP.
Yeah.
But
I don't think the Zen diet was. I think he could have skipped that and still gotten value out of this build.
Yeah, same with the sumptuary laws. You know,
Maybe
a lot of
low,
600 wood would have been better. I think there's a lot of really good ideas, and I'm curious to see how kind of takes this build going forward if, you know, they continue to build it and come up with ways to actually defend. I think it was ultimately too greedy. I mean, if we look at the post game, like military units, yeah. And again, you have all this XP, but then Spades is out gathering you because his eco is just working the whole time instead of like waiting for the combos.
Yeah, and you're using it to send like late game bonuses, or at least like, you know, passive bonuses like Zen Diet and maybe some of the other ones, and it just doesn't quite fit the tempo of Spain, I think.
I think so. It's definitely, you know, needs to go back in the oven, yeah, because you just did not have enough units. And I mean, when you look at Spain, you should always expect an FF or a Piroshiki of some, you know, something, right? You're going up against a tempo civ, and you're trying to play like really greedy. That might have been better against Sweden or even Malta, the 2 civs we saw them play last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting crates, being optimal. Japan just did not have enough time to really take off.
But there are some interesting ideas though. The shrines, the bison. I don't know whether it's effective, but it was very interesting.
Yeah, definitely cool to see though, and you got to give kudos to Kinda to just basically be willing to show up. Again, so much of this game remains undiscovered because players are often too they're risk averse, right? Which is understandable. You want to win, right? Happy chemicals in the brain is good. And sometimes you got to take risks, and Kinda, to their credit, is always taking risks. And Spades, to their credit, came swinging after losing the first 2 and basically said, I'm going to go with what I know. And they played it very clean, other than like some very minor, I think, hurting issues. This was good, clinical precision use of Spain and a classic build. So maybe that's why you don't always cook, is because sometimes, you know, just like with meals, right? It's okay to have some clam chowder and just stick to it the way it's been, right? So, any closing thoughts, McCleves, before we take us out?
No, I think you wrapped it up well.
All All right. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching the series. We got a lot more coming from our round 1 of the Sunbros Team 1v1 format. So if you're interested in that, of course, join our Discord. If you like these videos, if you can actually hear me clearly for once instead of my crappy microphone, which I finally got rid of, let me know. And we really look forward to seeing you all on the next one.